Hey, how you doing? I hope you haven't eaten yet, Quinlan.
Figured you'd get here sooner or later, Quinlan. You can't get enough of this story, can you?
I think everyone's had enough of this story, Magnata.
Don't go taking any souvenirs, Quinlan.
Same MO as the others?
You got it. Look around you, asshole. If anything, this is more gruesome than the other two. Hell of a lot more splatter.
You have any clues?
No sign of forced entry, nothing's disturbed. 2 sets of prints, hers and her mother's. The only thing not where it should be is this woman's insides.
But what about witnesses? I mean, this guy must have been a bloody mess, even if it's 3 o'clock in the morning. It's Greenwich Village. Somebody must have seen him.
As far as I know, he left us with 1 witness, and she's feeling a little fragmented at the moment. This guy is unfucking believable.
Who's the victim?
Name's Stein, Renee Stein, age 43, book editor over at Knopf.
Any connection to the other two?
Well, let's see, Estevez was a programmer, Mendler a dry cleaner. It'll take me 48 hours to run it down, but there's no connection here.
Why is her computer on, Magnata?
Well, looks like she was in a public library node. Well, let me ask you a question. You got any mail lately? Maybe a little something from your pen pal?
He writes after the fact, not before. You should know that, Magnata. I wouldn't hold out on you.
Of course not. You've been very good about sharing what you know with me and several million other people. I should have busted you when you ran that first letter without letting us know about it. All right, visiting hour's over. There's nothing here you haven't seen at the other murder sites except a few extra gallons of body fluids.
Well, you shouldn't be touching anything, should you, Magnata?
I guess this case has me rattled.
Object scanned into database.
This shattered mug had something written on it. Salisbury. I wonder what that means. Cold Carl Stasiak. We gotta stop meeting like this.
Carl!
Sorry, Quinlan. What'd you say?
Is there any difference between this murder and the previous ones?
It was identical. Absolutely identical. It was a precision cut. A perfect line. And the way he empties out the body cavity. The way the organs are blown all around the room.
So it's the same killer?
Oh, for sure. I mean, the organs, they're completely cut to pieces. I've never seen anything like this in my life. It's amazing.
Any clues to how it's done?
Don't ask me. You'd think I'd be used to seeing things like this by now. But I'm not. Whoever did this is beyond madness. It's pure evil.
Any progress in the investigation?
Who knows? Trying to get anything out of Magnata is next to impossible. Besides, if he does have a lead, you sure as hell never share it. He might lose his bounty if he does that.
Well, you've been working with Magnata for years, Carl. What's your hunch?
Well, something's bugging him. Who am I to talk? I'm having nightmares about this. I've been a forensic photographer for 22 years, and nothing's ever got to me like this. Now I can't sleep.
No, you just need a vacation, that's all.
Yeah, I hope you're right.
Any idea what weapon he's using?
Take a look at this mess. It has to be something big. A sword or a machete or something. Just can't cut through all that bone and muscle with the dagger. And the strength it would take to make a cut like that, he must be an enormous man. You know Vic Farley?
Yeah, the pathologist over at the Medicock.
He knows a lot more about murder weapons than I do. You should talk to him.
Incoming WAC transmission.
Quinlan here. Hey, Catherine.
Hey, Jake, how are things there?
Well, it's very... red.
Well, anything different this time?
Just the name, Catherine.
Listen, Jake, something's come up here.
Something about the Ripper?
Might be nothing, I don't know, could be something big. Just wait for me at the newsroom and I'll let you know as soon as I find out.
Now talk to me, what's going on?
I have to go, trust me.
Who's in charge here?
Well, after last night, I'd say that I am.
So all of a sudden you don't have to explain yourself to me?
Look, if you don't hear from me in an hour, just go to my apartment and wait for me there. You can hang out with my crystals.
Catherine... Shit.
I'm trying to do my job, Quinlan. Bad enough I gotta look at this. I don't need you looking over my shoulder.
What's going on, Ben? Did Catherine get a break in the Ripper story?
I don't know, Jake. I thought you were the lead reporter in the story.
Well, so did I. Do you know what she's up to?
She's your assistant. You tell me. She ran out of here like the place was on fire.
Did another letter from the Ripper come in?
No, you know he doesn't send them to anybody but you.
Then I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. Catherine and I met on the job. Despite reminding myself that mixing love and work can get messy, it didn't take long for it to become more than a professional relationship. She was supposed to be my assistant, but she was beginning to act like it was her story. I only hoped that whatever lead she had, she wasn't in over her head.
Incoming WAC transmission. Source unknown.
Dear boss, have you seen my work this morning yet? Your stories make the cops seem so confident. None of you know how I do it. You never will. You shouldn't let your girlfriend do your work for you. She is close to me, And I'm not laughing. She's my next job. She gets it today. The story's all yours. Yours truly, Ripper.
Catherine.
Quinlan, where you going? Quinlan! Quinlan!
Usually it takes an hour to cross that part of Manhattan. I did it in 20 minutes, propelled by kicking myself in the ass for letting Catherine go out alone. I was scared as hell when I got there, but everything looked okay in her apartment. Until Catherine showed up, that is. Catherine, what is going on here? Catherine, what is it? What is wrong? What happened? What? No, Catherine. Catherine, no. Catherine, fuck. Catherine, please, Catherine. Fuck! The good news was Catherine wasn't dead. The bad news was that she was in a coma deeper than anyone thought possible. The ever-helpful Detective Magnata had her brought to the Tribeca Center for Cyber Studies, also known as the Metacog. Meanwhile, I stopped off at the police station to see a few sources and try to retrieve Catherine's portable whack. Hopefully, she'll have left me a message.
Hey, Quinlan. The Ripper strikes again. I guess we'll be seeing your work on the front page again. Another body and another byline.
You know, if you just catch this guy, Brandon, I could go back to writing the police blotter on page 12.
Sorry to hear about your partner. She was a nice girl. I liked her when she came around here.
She used to come down here?
Came down here all the time. She used to do your legwork.
Right. I can't do everything, can I? What about the library? That was the last place Stein was seen alive.
Standard operating procedures to copy all libraries. C-space files, that kind of stuff.
What? How can I get my hands on what they found?
Hell, Quinlan, it's a public library. We just copied the files. Everything's still there.
I'll tell you, Lou. Magnata wasn't all too together at the murder site.
It's lucky for you.
No, I'm serious. There was this one strange thing.
Strange?
Yeah, I mean, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that he intentionally destroyed a piece of evidence.
It won't be the first time.
Well, he's done it before?
Yeah, he hides it, he destroys it, he withholds it, you name it.
And this is common knowledge.
Yeah, he's like king shit at a bounty collecting and the chief gets a piece of it. I mean, what are you gonna do? You know how this place works.
Forensics come up with anything yet?
Apparently, this pathologist over at the Metacog, he's come up with this theory. He thinks that the Ripper may have been using nanomachines to do it. But this is the hottest lead we got.
Nanomachines?
Yeah.
You know, Lou, I think it's time I bribe a photographer. Where's Stasiak?
He's in Wyoming.
Oh, come on, Brandon. He's the only guy I haven't really talked to. You never know what he might have picked up on.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. He picked up on too much. I'm not kidding with you. He went to Wyoming. The case was too much for him and he took a leave of absence.
Stasiak. Cold Carl Stasiak.
Yeah. Get this. After the Stein murder, his wife calls and says Carl needed a little vacation. So that was it. He just got up, no goodbyes, no nothing. He didn't even give me a call.
Fuck.
Sorry.
Oh, Christ. What do you want?
Some respect, Spankowski. You know, you really shouldn't talk to me like that.
I shouldn't be talking to you at all, you goddamn leech. What do you want? Some of us gotta work for a living.
Right. I need the evidence in the Powell case.
No way, Quinlan. That could be my job.
I need the evidence in the Powell case. Spankowski, what are you worried about? Magnata okayed it.
Get the hell out of here, Quinlan. Magnata would never let a civilian see evidence. He doesn't even like it when they're in the building. Look, Quinlan, I told you everything I know. Now, will you get the hell out of here before you get me in trouble?
Something on another murder case. Hamilton Marford, eh? Does this have something to do with the Ripper?
Object scanned into database.
Fucking A cigars. The man's got taste. I'll give him that.
Object scanned into database.
Looking for something, Quinlan?
No, I just need to ask a few questions.
Because if I find out you're going through my stuff, I'll be glad to give you 72 hours on the tombs for tampering with an investigation.
Sling your shit at someone else, Magnata. It's not my fault you can't catch this guy.
No, let me see.
Who is Wofford?
You were looking at my stuff. Did you think I was kidding about arresting you?
Well, it's not like you were hiding it. And we already ran the story in the Herald, so it's not really news to me. He was a cyber architect, right? See, what interests me, though, Magnata, is that you have a month-old file lying on your desk. Does it have something to do with the Ripper?
You're lucky I'm in a good mood today, Quinlan, because you come this close to finding out what it's like to be a human shish kebab rotating in one of our fine penal institutions. But you're way off on that.
What's with this place you sent Catherine to?
Well, it's the best of its kind for flatliners. And it's got a doctor named Burton who practically invented the field. She's a real ball breaker, though.
What do you got on the Powell case?
Look, just because you two played tiddlywinks in your birthday suits doesn't mean I'm going to open police files for you. For all I know, you're a suspect. I mean, you were the only one there.
Any new developments?
Yeah, The pile of bodies is getting bigger. I got crazies coming out the woodwork to confess. This Ripper's been spotted more times than Elvis. The mayor's on my ass. She wants to revoke my jurisdiction. I don't break this soon, every cop in Manhattan be looking to get a piece of my bounty.
And you accuse me of getting rich off the Ripper.
I'm usually real cooperative with the press. You know that. But watch yourself on this one, Quinlan.
A laser cane. Wonder what this inscription means. J. Dorset. Catherine's crystals. I always thought they were a little too neo-new agey for Catherine.
Metacog. Hold on. Metacog. Hold on. Metacog, hold on. May I help you off with something?
Beg your pardon?
I said, can I help you? What'd you think I said?
Nothing. I'm looking for whoever's taking care of my girlfriend, Catherine Powell.
That would be Dr. Burton. Take the elevator to the second floor and make a right. If she's not there, go to ICU down the hall from there. Whatever you do, don't stand too close to her.
Why's that?
A little chilly.
Right. What can you tell me about this Dr. Burton?
She's the boss. I can't tell you anything. Not here anyway.
Where's Farley?
In the basement. Take the elevator, follow the smoke.
Smoke?
Yeah. As you know, Farley's not the cleanest pathologist going. But we haven't had any complaints from his patients yet. And he's a soft touch for a smoke. If it wasn't for him, we'd never have any fun around here. Curl, did he really tell you that? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No. Oh, hold on. Sorry, handsome. I'm kind of busy. But, I'm off on a break in a little while if you're interested in hanging out with somebody who's not in a coma. No. I'm back. Yeah. No. Did you really?
Hey, Vic. What's for lunch?
Hey, Quinlan.
They working you hard?
Working me like crazy these days.
Hey, is this Renee Stein?
Are you kidding? You were at the crime scene. You saw her insides splattered everywhere.
Yeah, I guess I did.
Yeah, this woman was married to her ripper. Yeah, husband's a businessman away on a trip for 3 weeks. He gets paranoid that his partner's putting it to her while he's gone, so he flies home early and shoots her to death. I mean, stuff like that. That's why I never got married, you know? I had my chances, though, you know?
Any luck figuring out the Ripper's weapon yet?
I'm completely stumped. I did every test on these stiffs. I mean, a computer cross-matched the wounds with every kind of blade imaginable. Nothing. I mean, it's like a cross between a Vegematic and a diamond cutter.
Come on, Vic. Something must have cut these people open.
Nothing these computers can find. Now, you don't believe me? Look at those control panels by the stiffs.
You hear about my partner?
Who's that?
Catherine Powell. She was attacked by the Ripper. Somehow she got away. She's upstairs in a coma. Dr. Burton's treating her.
Oh, your friend's in good hands. Burton's a good doctor. And if she gets stuck, she'll probably call in her secret weapon.
What's that?
A guy named Joey Falconetti.
Joey Falconetti. Who's Joey Falconetti?
Cyberspace expert that Burton uses on all the tough cases. Also known by his old C-Space handle, Falconetti. Get it? Crazy guy. Likes looking at the bodies. I'm surprised she hasn't called him in yet to look at your friend.
What do you mean?
Well, he's the best there is on human-to-human decking. She usually calls him in on that kind of stuff, but not on the Ripper work.
Where can I find this Falconetti?
Difficult guy to find. Burton usually goes to a guy named Gamut Nelson. He passes the time at the Café Duchamp.
Duchamp, Vic.
Duchamp. Well, you can find him there. Hey, Quinlan, I got a serious craving for a capicola hoagie from Fat Al's. Now, if you're in the neighborhood, could you get me one? Now, hold it on the hot peppers. My ulcer is killing me. Yeah. Notice the path of the cut. Not 1 centimeter offline, like a seam was undone. Now, no human could have done this.
Because humans aren't strong enough?
It's not just strength, it's precision. He's cutting through skin, muscle, bone. No way this cut could be so neat. I'll tell you what else is weird. There are no traces of fabric in the wound. I tapped the nerve memory of this victim and fed it into the simulator so that I could reenact the attack. $1 million piece of hardware. And look what it gives me.
Jesus. Looks like she swallowed a fucking grenade.
Here's an isolation of just one of the organs from this body. The lines indicate the many cuts made to this organ. The sheer number of cuts isn't the only amazing thing, though. Watch this. All of those cuts happen simultaneously. Human hand can't move that fast. And it was like this for every organ in the body.
What are you doing here?
My name's Jake Quinlan. I'm a friend of Catherine's.
Quinlan.
How is Catherine? Is she gonna be all right?
It doesn't look good. Her consciousness is deeply withdrawn.
Withdrawn? What's that mean?
It means her mental processes, her memory, the basic building blocks of her personality are inaccessible.
You mean she's in there, but you can't reach her?
That's a best-case scenario. We haven't yet diagnosed her psychic damage.
Well, is she going to be all right?
It doesn't look good. She's still in triage. We're going to just have to wait and see.
What are you doing for her?
I'm not doing anything for her as long as I'm standing here talking to you. Why don't you let me get back to work?
How did the Ripper do this?
It's hard to tell. She had some minor contusions on her head, nothing fatal, but you never know with head injuries. We won't know anything until we can get a data angel in there to do some investigating.
You can get a data angel into the consciousness of someone in a coma?
I'm not sending anyone in there until I've had a chance to fully map her psychic damage. Now, if you don't mind.
I mind. How did Catherine survive the attack?
Who knows? Maybe she fought him off. More likely, someone or something interrupted the Ripper before he could finish.
You here to check on Miss Powell?
Yeah. She looks pretty bad. Is there anything you can do for her?
She's in good hands. And she'll be in even better hands once Dr. Burton allows us to treat her.
Was there any hope for Catherine?
Not at the way we're going. We haven't even established an etiology, let alone begun to treat it. We've downloaded megabytes of fragmented images, sensations, memories, but not much that helps us at this point.
Anything that might help ID her attacker?
Well, there's an image on one of the monitors in the lab that's displaying an image we retrieved from Catherine's short-term memory. Now, she saw the person who attacked her, but in this condition, her mind can only assemble an extremely distorted image of him or her.
Well, can we make it clear and maybe use a computer to fill it out?
No. Catherine's brain will have to produce the image. The only way to help Catherine is to restore the memories and personality the Ripper destroyed.
What are Dr. Burton's plans for treating her?
If she has something in mind, she hasn't told me about it. She's blocking everything except the most conservative treatments. We've started to assemble data on the patient's past for maintaining life support. That's it.
Well, so fucking what? I mean, she doesn't know what to do. I thought she was the best in her field.
She's one of the best. I don't know what it is about this case. There's something here she's not telling us.
Have the cops said anything?
No, not to me. Dr. Burton's the attending physician. Although I have noticed that scary-looking detective who checked Powell in keeps coming back. Him and Burton got into it yesterday.
They had a fight.
Oh, that's an understatement. They look ready to kill each other. God knows what it was about.
Huh. I don't understand this. How can you rebuild Catherine's memory?
Well, the way we always do in a case like this. We assemble all the data we can about the patient's past. Life experiences, food she likes to eat, favorite movies, information on who her friends were. Then we upload all that back into the brain and hope that it triggers enough associative reactions to restore her memory.
What are the odds of this working?
Success rate's very high. I mean, we may not retrieve everything, but we should get around 90% or so.
What can I do to help restore that image of the Ripper?
Dig up everything you can about the Ripper, especially anything Catherine knew about the case. And of course, none of it's going to be of any use until Dr. Burton allows us to send a data angel into her brain, but we'll worry about that later.
Okay.
Yeah. Your friend's in stable condition, Quinlan, but she's not getting any better. And the image of the Ripper isn't getting any clearer.
Looks like a holographic journal. Could be worth looking at.
Our options are pretty limited here. I tried direct cortex stimulation. It's risky, but there's a chance of it working.
It's too risky. We could lose her that way.
Well, we could try inserting data angels for a diagnostic. There's no risk in that.
I disagree. We've no idea what's left of her natural defenses. The trauma could have made them even harder to penetrate.
All right, look, then let's run the Norton Mapper program so we can paint a gestalt profile and a cortical landscape. Then we know what we're dealing with.
You mean that hasn't been done yet? Why not?
Because I said so. I want her to stabilize before we introduce any kind of foreign code. Thanks for the consultation, but that's my decision.
How much more stable does she want, the woman? She's in a coma.
What's her problem? She won't do anything. We're supposed to just watch this patient die?
She's in charge. There's not much we can do.
The answer to the mystery. If I can only make this image clear, we will have our killer. The answer. Locked. Damn. How am I supposed to open this?
Quentin model whack you've got there? Let me see. I've been grepping for one of these for months. These are tough to find if you're not in the professions. What are you, a lawyer?
Reporter for the Herald.
Low end of the pay scale, eh?
Tell me about it.
You should work for yourself.
There are thousands of ways to make money in the net, believe me, I know.
Do you know Joey Falconetti?
Joey Falconetti. I haven't done business with that scoundrel in years. Talk about profiteering in the net.
But do you know him?
Eddie and I owned part of an emoticon franchise. You know, one of those sea-spaced emotional counter zones? This was years ago. Legitimate business, you see, but Eddie's a thief by nature. Robbed it blind. We had to sell out to some Palestinians in New Dallas. I haven't worked with Eddie since, but I keep an eye on him so he doesn't pilfer any of my holdings.
Do you know where I can find Falconetti?
You don't. The Falcon usually finds you and takes your money.
Well, lucky for me, I'm broke. A grave digger named Farley at the Metacog told me that you might be a link to finding him.
What's your interest? You out to kill him?
Well, it's not killing I had in mind.
Well, somebody's gonna whack that bird one of these days. Eddie's consciousness is inside a few hundred terabytes of well space, with his body safely hidden. I set Metacog up with a guy named Twig, lives out in Hoboken. He seems to always know where Eddie's at. Eddie usually presents himself with video. He likes to show off.
Hoboken. Mr. Nelson, what's your background with cyberspace?
Got some time. It would take a while. I've been decking with the global net since it went online. Present at the creation, you might say. That's why thugs like Falconetti disappoint me. Damn waste of talent. Watch yourself with Falconetti, kid. He's a genuine bird of prey.
Been reading your copy, Quinlan. You might nail this freak before the police do.
Just asking questions, seeing where the answers take me. Kind of slow in here.
Yeah, the Rippers really put a damper on anonymous sex these days.
How about a beer?
Yeah, sure thing. Why don't you try this one? It's called Viper Pills.
Goes down real smooth. It's got some bite. On the house. Just nail the Ripper so that my customers can get drunk in public again, huh?
Okay. Cheers. What do you know about Gambit Nelson?
Gambit? Gambit's been coming in here for years. The man has seen it all. He can remember when the net went online. Back when there weren't any wells. Cyberspace was nothing but a bunch of isolated BBSs.
Must be a first-generation Decker.
He was one of the first sea-space entrepreneurs. He made a killing on the net. All of it's legal. It's weird, huh? You know, a good guy wins for once in a blue fucking moon.
How about a beer?
Yeah, sure thing.
Goes there. Murderer! Murderer!
Of the English language, maybe. I'm just a journalist.
Beware you. I've got weapons here that can render you helpless.
Relax, old timer. I'm not here to hurt anybody. I'm just after some information.
You, sir, stand in my domain, and the question is, who are you? Speak quickly.
Jake Quinlan, from the Virtual Herald.
Quinlan. Quinlan, I know that name. You're the one who speaks for the Ripper.
No, I don't speak for him. He just writes me letters and we print them. They're news. But who are you? I thought the owner of this house was dead.
One of them is my twin brother, Hamilton. And he finished what he called the most fascinating project of his life. And then I found him, shot dead right here in this room. And I thought he'd just fallen asleep.
What did the police tell you?
The police, bah! I'm sure they're in on it.
Do you think the police are in on your brother's murder?
It's obvious the way they were rooting around in Hamilton's work. Kept asking him for his well address and threatened to lock me up if I didn't tell them. But they got nothing out of me. They took away cartons of his discs. But they won't find anything there. Hamilton was too smart for them to.
Was the cop a guy named Magnata?
Yeah. I should have vaporized him. You'll get nothing out of me.
Sure. Why don't you tell me about your brother's work?
You don't know? He was famous. Or he should have been. He built virtual worlds, places from history and locations from the future, and you walk through them in cyberspace like walking through the corridors of time itself. And he was a genius like Leonardo.
What was he working on in the end?
As I told you, mum's the word, as he would say, and all I know, it was something involving stranger research than usual. And he came out of cyberspace one night and he told me he'd spent the day in an English music hall. And that's all I can remember.
Wow. Who was your brother working for?
What makes you so sure that I know?
Well, we all confide in someone. A brother's a good place to start.
I don't know. Hamilton.
Hey, you all right?
He's dead.
I know, it's hard. But you must have some way to at least find out who he was working for.
My brother thought that he was protecting me, I suppose. Yeah. Of course, how's the killer supposed to know he didn't tell me everything? Besides, I'm trustworthy as the day is long. It's not like I'm gonna tell anyone about his secret hiding places.
Excuse me, what are you talking about? What about hiding places?
You know about the hiding places, huh? Well then, you know more than I do. Hamilton was like Leonardo. I tell you, with devices and concealments, components hidden in secret compartments all over the blasted house. And if I could just find them, I could plug them in and get his, well, address. But I don't know where the hell half of them are anymore. Maybe I should just clean the whole place out and move.
But in other words, I have to locate and unlock secret compartments in this cottage to find the address to Hamilton's cyberspace well?
well, yeah, that's the idea. Doubt you're clever enough to do it, though. Doubt you can do it. You snoop around too much for your own good. I'm more dangerous than I look. I warn you.
Dynamics operating system.
Exit cyberspace. Virtual library.
I could use some help here. You're a human presence, I assume.
Everyone at a service desk is. The library doesn't use smart sprites for public interface. You don't read much, do you?
Did you see a woman named Renee Stein recently?
Records place her here, but she didn't check anything out, and I don't remember seeing her.
Have the cops talked to you?
They asked questions, but I couldn't tell them much. They copied all the files from the Victorian root directory and ordered us not to alter the file structures until the case is solved.
So any clues left from the day Stein was killed would still be here?
Guess so. I sure didn't take them. All I can do for you is recommend something to read, Quinlan. How about Mailer's email to myself? I'm not sure what the point of it is, but it's really long.
A note with some call numbers on it. Could Renee Stein have left this here? Can you help me with this call number?
I'm sorry, this is not a valid call number. It appears Stein altered the reference matrix, but an unknown book was distributed. If you could unscramble the call number, I could help you. Wait, Quinlan, that's a valid call number. I'll get the book.
A book about the original Jack the Ripper. Can't be a coincidence. Renee Stein must have used this. But what does it mean?